Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday, September 24th edition of Talk About It Tuesday. This is our agenda. We'll introduce our team. We're going to have Chad Desai will talk about the Gulf Coast Conference, and then we'll have reminders and giveaway. And then at the end, we'll have questions. This is our team here. In the room with me is Leah Misseldine, our Executive Director, and Anderson Brooms, our GIS Program Manager.
Morning.
And I'm Michelle. And we have some of our other staff on the line with us, just not in the room with us. Chad, I'm going to hand over co-host to you and let you take over. No, not Brandon. You go, Chad. I think you're muted.
Oh, back on mute.
Okay, so I had no volume whatsoever from anybody, so I had to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
hear
we
you.
can.
Okay, I was on my desktop, but couldn't hear anything from you guys. So. Until my slides started showing, and I said, "I bet they're talking to me." Okay, are we ready?
Yes, they're ready.
Okay, sorry. All right, good morning, everybody. Sorry about that technical difficulties on my side, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the 33rd Annual Gulf Coast Conference coming up on October 13th through the 16th. Just a side note, registration does end. Online registration ends on September 30th at midnight. So get those in. You can register on site, but it's an increased price. So make sure you register before the midnight deadline on the 30th to lock in that rate, and so we can still get a good accurate count on food prices. I will say that as of this morning, we had 438 registrations, which is up about 80 from this time last year. So that's very impressive numbers. So, okay, next slide, Michelle. So this year we're joining with Alabama APCO to provide some education sessions during the conference. Robbie's playing, has two hats during this, actually, I guess she has three hats during this conference. She's education chair, president of Alabama APCO, and the vice president of NENA. So Robbie and her team have put together this Super Session Sunday. They're doing 4 2-hour sessions on Sunday with some pretty good speakers. We will be providing a box lunch that day. If you haven't registered, you're still able to attend the session. If you've registered and you didn't register for the Super Session, just let us know. We can include you in that. Lunch is sponsored that day by OnStar and Rapid SOS, and then you can see our other sponsors for the sessions that day. This will go from 8 to 4:30 on Sunday. And then on Monday, Sunday night, get ahead of myself. In digital, RPSS will be sponsoring our welcome reception Sunday night. Registration will open at 10 Sunday morning and run till 4:30. A little bit, we are adjusting exhibit hall hours this year. In the past, it's run from 4 to 7. This year, it'll be from 5 to 7. Still have food and stuff downstairs. And then In Digital is sponsoring their first-timers reception from 6:30 to 7:30. That'll be downstairs as well at Night Reef. Melissa and Caleb and Holly always have a good time with that. So if you're a first-timer, please attend that. There will be some food in there as well, some snacks and stuff that we have planned with Melissa. So it should be a fun time down there with everybody. Okay. And then our keynote on Monday morning, very excited. Adam's a great friend. He is a great speaker. He'll be doing our keynote Monday morning at 8, Frontline Leadership, how we all make a difference. So looking forward to him. He also will have a booth in the vendor hall, so you'll be able to get some swag from him and talk to him about maybe scheduling some classes in Alabama. Him and Chris Inman do an amazing job with the Healthy Dispatcher, and we're excited to have them. This will be Adam's second keynote with us that I know of. He came a few years ago, so excited to have him back. And then some other highlights for Monday. Exclusive vendor hall hours from 9:30 to noon on Monday morning. Our lunch, sponsored by VFIS, will be somewhere in the vendor hall. We're working out those details, but it will be downstairs. Education classes run from 1 to 5 on Monday. Monday night party starts at 8. As always, sponsored by Quality Reporting. Costume contest will be held again, where QRS will be giving out gift cards for first, second, third place. Also, it's not on my slide, but this year we're incorporating a photo booth. We'll have a photo booth in the education hallway toward the end. It's free for attendees. You put in your cell phone number, your email address, and after you take the pictures, it sends you the link for those photos and stuff. So that'll be out all day Monday and all day Tuesday. It will be where the kiosks were last year at the very far end of the foyer. Let me go back to the registration part. We've moved registration a little bit this year. So when you come in the front of the hotel, the kiosk where you enter your name, print out your badges and stuff will be immediately on your right. And then the merchandise and where you pick up your bags and everything, it'll be right there. So to kind of be in the lobby instead of all the way down the end of the hall. We are doing scanning again this year, thanks to the help of the 911 board. There'll be QR codes displayed at the end of every education session. So you have to stay to the end, scan the QR code for that session, and you will get your certificate for that session. And the state board does accept those for CEUs. So we will not be providing them at the beginning of the session, just the end. Tuesday, we have lots of education going on, 8 to 10:50 education sessions. The exhibit hall will run concurrently from 9 until noon, and then education resumes at 1, and then Shrimp Bowl at 6, sponsored by JMRH and In Digital. Circle back. We are having our quarterly meeting, lunch, and awards, bringing back awards this year. It will start at 11 o'clock. And it will be in the education classrooms, where we'll be breaking some down, combining them up there. But there'll be a buffet lunch up there. So get your lunch, hang out for the awards and the quarterly meeting. And just, we'll have volunteers directing, but no lunch can leave the foyer area. So you can't go out into the lobby. You can't take your lunch out to the beach deck or by the pool. So your lunch has to stay in the classrooms. So that's a good reason to stay in there and listen to the quarterly meeting and the awards. So we'll have tables and stuff set up. So there should be plenty of room. I can't see my next slide. So I don't know if I put yep, I did. So super excited about this event. So I really hope it pans out. We are having fireworks on the beach during the shrimp boil on Tuesday nights. Thanks to these amazing sponsors, we were able to raise our money in 4 short days to be able to do fireworks on the beach. Time frame is going to be about 8:30 when we set these off, but it's an amazing company that does fireworks shows for minor league baseball stadiums. So they're pros at this. So I've been told to look for a very good show. So we're very excited about it and hope we can make it an annual event if we can raise the money every year for it. But that'll be an amazing way to close out our Tuesday night with fireworks on the beach. And then on Tuesday or Wednesday morning, we're bringing back the Healthy Dispatcher and Chris Inman for his closing keynote of who we are. If you've never heard Chris speak, he does an amazing job, and I'm very excited to have him closing out the conference. And of course, we'll have our giveaways at the end of the conference. We've got some pretty cool stuff. We've got books from Joe Serio. We'll have books from Adam Tim. We've got the beach giveaway. Be the Difference registration and some APCO and some Nina swag that we'll be giving away. We've got brand new merchandise tables this year. We're going to have blankets, and I'm not going to overspeak because I can't remember what all Megan said, but maybe some tumblers, maybe I don't remember, new shirts and things like that. So should be a great time. And then at the end of the conference, and I'll let the state board address this, but they have something special going on when we close everything out at 10. But other than that, are there any questions?
So there was a message in the chat, Chad,
I see that.
to remind everyone about the conference bag packing help that will be needed on Sunday morning. So if anyone is
see that.
arriving early, like to help.
Brandon is trying to get enough help so he doesn't have to do anything. So yes, if you would like to help stuff bags on Sunday morning, we can always use the help. We usually start about 8:30 on Sunday morning in the foyer area. We have in the core room that somebody can find you. It is actually a great time. And we usually get 600 bags stuffed with all the swag and everything in about an hour. That's the goal, because we have things we have to do after that. So we can't take all morning. So it's a fun time. So if you'd like to volunteer for that, feel free to come on down. We don't have any food or anything. It's just stuffing bags and a small hot room. So that's about all you get.
All right. The next thing that we'd like to talk about, and thank you, Chad, for organizing this for us and facilitating this for us, but we're going to provide a resource room immediately following the closing speaker, and make certain that we're made available to you all so that you can come ask us questions, make suggestions if you need direction, if you need to figure out, hey, I have this addressing problem, I can't upload in VEP, my app for my PSTs isn't working like I think it should. Hey, I have this wonderful idea about something the state board should do, or we are really having this problem with vendor A, B, or C. I mean, it's all welcome there. So we will be available to you as a board staff. We'll have our vendors on hand or on call as well to help you through any issues that you may have. And we very much would like for you to spend a little bit of time with us if you'd like to do so or need some time. And that's basically what that's for. You want to add anything on behalf of your program, Anderson? You don't
I'll
have
be
to,
there.
but-
Nita will be there, and so will Denmark. So any GIS questions or needs, concerns you have, it's a great opportunity to come and get some direct help from both board staff and our GIS vendor.
And it's not just GIS specific, as you can tell, it's not necessarily branded with any one program. But we just want to be sure that we're here for you. So, all right.
Jeannie, would you like to elaborate on your message in the chat?
Oh, she just called you out, Jeannie.
Me?
No.
Well, no, whenever they're talking about the, if you want to help with the bag packing, it's a small, hot room. And it's usually really hot. So take that in consideration, please, for all of us.
All right, some deodorant and bottles of water.
You guys make it sound like so much fun.
We do provide the water, but that's all.
All right. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some hurricane preparedness. Can't fathom why that I would want to do that today. However, mainly the reason I want to do this is because the number one failure we see in 911 in the state of Alabama is due to power failure. We're about to have torrential rains and high winds. So those typically lead to power failures. And again, that's where we see not the 911 system not working, but a power failure in your 911 center. So just a few things that are basics and a few things that we want to go over with you guys, but make sure you've communicated your continuity of service plan. Make sure you've tested your generator. Make sure you know what to do in the loss of power. Check the batteries for your UPSs. What do you do when CAD fails? Do you have printed forms to start writing on? What are your contingency plans? And do you have all the contact information you need? Do you have the knock for the NSOC this snock, I don't know. Anyway, do you have that number on speed dial? Do your people in the center have that? Do you have a printed out number in case you can't access some sort of digital Rolodex of sorts? Also, be prepared to have extra staff available. You all know better than anyone that, you know, your agencies out in the field, they staff up and they're prepared for all of this stuff. We need to do that as well and make sure you have people available to you. And always remember that sometimes things last longer than the storm does. And so we need to be mindful of the people in the center, their families, their pets, their concerns about their own homes and schools and children and family and all of that kind of stuff. So I can't express to you enough, make sure you know what your plan is, practice that plan before the emergency, and make sure all of your systems are in order. Again, this is a very, very elementary checklist. And I know some of you are probably like, Leah, duh. However, we see this time and time and time again, not necessarily in big potentially catastrophic storms, but just in the everyday. So just keep that in mind. And please let us know if there's anything that we can do to help you. Make sure your Mevo Anywhere kit is tested or maybe set up in advance, or you have a safe place to go. I mean, what happens if you do need to evacuate your center? You know, we have built a very resilient network here in the state of Alabama, and you need to be sure you have what your plans are and what your backups are. And make sure it's not housed within one brain. Make sure you tell your friends, so to speak. A couple of very specific things, if you'll advance the slides, please. With Rapid SOS, since we now have a statewide deployment, one thing I want to remind you of is make sure that your GIS search is enabled. This may come in very handy, actually, coming up, especially if you have a failure of your call handling solution, or you have to assist a neighboring agency that you may not have GIS data for. So we would ask that you familiarize yourself with this feature within Rapid's platform. We were in a 911 center last Thursday, and this was not turned on. So the search capability wasn't there. So we had a supervisor log in, toggle it to the, I guess, from the left to the right, and then click the roles to assign it to, being admin and all, well, to all roles actually. And then they refreshed their browser at the workstation, and there it was. So please, please, please be sure you have these features enabled within Rapid. If you need any help, please give us a call. There's some shareable resources. This was in our board newsletter a couple of weeks ago, or 2 newsletters ago now, I guess. And we also had a Talk About It Tuesday webinar that was pretty lengthy about all the other features that are in Rapid. But we would really encourage you, go look at that, go watch that, spend an hour. It's well worth your time. But there's a quick 2-3 minute video here that you can watch. And there's also just a resource guide of how to turn it on and then how to use it. So keep that in mind. The next thing is Rapid reached out to its email list, and because we are a statewide deployment, a couple of things that I want to make sure you're aware of. The agency share and chat. A lot of you may have been in a presentation in Prattville in July where Rapid talked about the agency share and chat. Again, this might be one of those situations where, especially with the storm coming, that this feature might come in very handy to you. So make sure that you have those details worked out, and how you want your PSTs to use that with their neighboring and sometimes beyond agencies. So keep that in mind, that that's a feature that might be available to you. And this is also just an awareness alert that Apple has enabled last week, I think, last Monday, has enabled their emergency SOS live video. that is something we don't necessarily have a lot of control over as far as what providers out there in the world are doing. But these are the notes that Rapid SOS has for us and how they might impact your organization or your operation. So I just want you to know and be aware that that does exist in case you get something that looks a little different or looks a little strange. Or you have a secondary PSAP in your jurisdiction that begins receiving something that you're not receiving. I just want you, like I said, just to know that that is a capability that Apple has enabled with certain versions, whatever, of their iPhones. So just, or operating systems. So just keep that in mind. I think that was all I had to say about that.
Okay. On to our usual reminders. If you're hiring, if you're looking for a job, we have those posted on our website when they're sent to us. So if you have a job opening that you want posted, go ahead and email it to me and I will get it posted on our website. And then if you're looking for a job, check our website for openings, see what's up there. If you do email me with a position, please make sure that the closing date and a PDF or an image of the job description is included so that I can post that with the announcement. Legacy cost reimbursements, we're already into Q4. If you've got those available, all of them, Q1 through Q4, go ahead and send them to us by the 10th of the month and they will be reimbursed by the end of the month. PST certification, if you've got expenses related to getting your PST certified, some of those expenses are reimbursable. You can find out more on our website.
A couple of things one thing I do want to add. I honestly don't think y'all will see a difference on the receiving end, but some of these reimbursements, specifically PST reimbursements, not legacy, we're going to have to start paying those out of a different account. So I don't think that should appear any differently on your side, but you may notice a simple change of maybe if the last 4 digits of the account number are available to you. It won't be a bank change or anything like that, just out of a different account. So just, if it looks a little different, that might be why.
Okay. Upload, validate, aggregate your GIS data to the state office, VEP. And if you have staffing changes, that a change has been made in how to report those to us, you can log into the ABC app if you have admin privileges to that, and go ahead and let us know of those changes.
I think it's appropriate to talk about too with the board's the ABC app. There will be there's been a soft rollout maybe or a soft launch to leadership, and there will be a further rollout for PSTs and others at the Gulf Coast Conference. So we're very, very, very excited about that. Daniel and Laura have worked exceptionally hard on getting that available to you all. So again, Daniel's making configuration changes as you all tell him of things that are needed, but do check it out. Do get online with us on that app and make certain that you know how it works. And if you would like to come see us at our resource room to figure out how all that's supposed to work and all the things that you can do for us, for you, please.
things.
Yeah,
All
all
the
that.
things.
Bring your questions and comments and complaints.
Can
And
I pop
think
in for a
maybe Laura
second?
has something to say.
Yeah, sure, Laura.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Leah. I was just looking when you were talking about the app. We still have 23 agencies that do not have leadership who have joined. So since last week, we have had an increase. There were several more. And so if anyone has questions on that, I will put that in the chat here, the website to go on and create your account. But also for anybody who is sending any of your PSTs to the training that we were planning on hosting in Auburn on Thursday or Jasper on Friday, we have decided based on just things that the weather, the possible impacts for traveling of those who are attending and the instructor, that we are going to postpone those classes. Obviously, safety is our highest priority, and we want to make sure that you guys are all good. So we're going to cancel that for this week and reschedule. I'm in the process of emailing all attendees right now, but I just wanted to pop on and let you guys know that, because that is a new development since Talk About It Tuesday started. So I wanted to let anybody know that was on there about that. So I'm putting in the chat really quickly the link to, oh no, I don't want my camera on. Oh shoot.
By the way, Laura's on PTO this morning, and which I probably shouldn't share that, but anyway, but here she is working, trying to figure all this out. I think we can put it in there, Laura.
Okay,
Can't we?
perfect. That would be awesome.
Okay.
I'm on my phone, and yeah, that'd be great. I don't want to have to show y'all my messy suitcase. I apologize for that.
Yeah, and the link there on the staffing changes where it says by clicking here, that should take you right to the app too.
Perfect. Okay, I'm popping off now. I don't need you guys to see anything else in this hot hotel room while I'm trying to get ready for my day. You have a great day.
All right. See you
Yeah.
guys, or see you tomorrow. All right.
All right, bye.
Okay, so just a reminder that we do have a twice monthly newsletter. It comes out generally the Friday before Talk About It Tuesday. And you can sign up with that QR code. Please be sure and share that with everybody in your center. We want as many people as possible to know what's going on in this state, what training they might be able to go to, what training they might need that they don't realize we offer the opportunity for. Our upcoming Talk About It Tuesdays, October 8th, Aslyn Campbell will be on with some information about AAND, and In Digital will be on with some updates. And then on October 22nd, Datamark will join us with their VEP quarterly updates.
Goodness, it's time for quarterly updates again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Y'all,
When that popped up on my calendar, I was like, wait, what happened to this quarter?
I know.
Okay, so we are going to,
One quick
Go ahead.
question, one quick thing. Going back to the GIS search, if you wonder whether your GIS search has been activated, in the top left corner is a search bar. Type in a valid address. If nothing pops up in a dialog box below the search bar, your GIS search functionality has not been enabled. That's one good way to see if it's
Quickly
actually,
check it.
yeah.
all right, I got a couple more people here to add to our wheel of winnings. You want to press the button?
No, we're gonna let Michelle do this because she's over here work triple duty to do this, advance the slides with a remote speaker and all that, and she's set up the wheel. So.
Okay, what we're giving away today is a can chiller. It's called a can chiller, yes,
It's
from In Digital.
It's a double koozie. It will do 8-ounce cans, 12-ounce cans, and tall skinny cans.
Thank you, Vanna.
You're welcome. I have one. It's great.
All right. Now, whoever the winner is, if you will email me with an address, and that is Megan K. Go ahead and email me.
Yay.
And that's Michelle at al911board.com. And I will get that sent out to you. We appreciate In Digital for providing these for us. Anybody got any questions about anything? Type it in the chat, unmute, give us your thoughts today. Okay, all right. Well, this is how to get in touch with us. And anytime you need us, give us a call, email us. We're happy to answer any questions, provide any guidance, and we will see you back on Talk About It Tuesday on October 8th. Y'all have a good week.
Thanks, guys. Be safe.